Hello and welcome. This is your Funky Honky with Let's Play Jade Empire Special Edition, episode 21. This one, we're going to talk to old Mother Quan.
Hello, young one. My name is Quan, but everyone calls me Old Mother Quan. I'd like you to call me that too, okay? Welcome to my tea house. Oh, that's not right. No, not anymore. Sorry about the confusion, dearie. What I meant to say was, welcome to Master Dutong's tea house.
You used to own this tea house?
Yes, I owned the tea house for many years. At least I thought I did. But then Master Dutong came to town with that imperial writ. Oh my, wasn't that a shock? Turns out his family owns this land. They have for hundreds of years. The land is his along with everything on it, so now he owns my tea house too. He was nice enough to let me stay on here as a helper. I steep the tea. Yanwan takes the orders, and Master Dutong, well, he mostly just drinks his wine.
You didn't know he owned the land when you built the place?
No one knew. This was just an empty patch of rock for hundreds of years. Who would have thought the Empire had deeded it to anyone? But Master Dutong came along with his writ.
Did you check the writ to make sure it was real?
Now, why would I do such a thing? I can't even imagine anyone being so horrible they'd forge an imperial writ.
I would.
No, I'm sure the land belongs to Master Dutong.
I'm going to speak to Dutong about this.
That is very nice of you, my child, but what could you do? I would love to have my tea house back, but it belongs to Master Dutong now. You can't argue with an imperial writ. All this talk is just the rambling of an old woman. Put it out of your head and enjoy yourself. It may not be mine anymore, but this is still a fine tea house.
Let's speak with Dutong.
If you want tea, have a seat. The serving girl will be by directly if I don't fire her first, a useless wench. I should have replaced her the day I took over this tea house.
You own this tea house?
I am 3 Sheets Dutong, proud owner of this quaint little tea house. I recently acquired it from old Mother Quan, the elderly lady steeping tea over there in the corner.
Can I see the writ granting you ownership of this place?
Oh, certainly. The imperial writ is 400 years old, and I just carry it around with me all the time and show it to complete strangers. Please. The writ is locked safely away, as I told Mother Quan. I'm not about to bring it out on your request. Now, if you will just leave me to my drinking.
I think you conned old Mother Quan.
What a truly horrible thing to say to me, especially when I'm sober. The very notion that I, 3 Sheets Dutong, could do such a thing is, well, it is unthinkable.
You want me to teach this troublemaker a lesson, boss?
Don't be an idiot. You saw what happened in the fight with those sailors. I don't need you lying unconscious on the floor. That's my job. After Steeper Yanru brings me my wine. Your accusations grow tiresome, stranger. You have no proof that I cheated old Mother Quan, and I don't see any reason to continue our conversation. So thank you, and goodbye.
What's up, Steeper Yanru?
Hello, greetings, welcome. My name is Steeper Yanru, and I'll be... No, that's not right at all. Idiot! I'm Barkeepian now, not Steeper Yanru. I'm sorry about that. I still can't get the hang of this new position. Sometimes I wish old Mother Quan still owned the tea house so things could go back to the way they were.
I want to talk about Dutong and his imperial writ.
That imperial writ has caused us no amount of grief. Mother Quan lost her tea house, waitress Yanwan is busier than ever, and I spend all day giving out foolish advice.
Give me some advice.
Sure. Just remember, I'm pretty new at this. I'm still practicing. Let's try this one. Every bureaucrat knows a tree grows toward the light, but a rock grows not at all.
What does that mean?
I have no idea. Dutong just had me memorize a bunch of wise sayings. None of them make much sense to me. Maybe they'll sound better if people drink the wine.
Tell me more about Dutong.
I shouldn't speak ill of my boss, but I don't trust him. Maybe it's because he's not from the town. He just showed up one day with that imperial writ and took over. That imperial writ has caused us no amount of grief. Mother Quan lost her tea house. Waitress...
You already said that. Did anyone ever see the actual writ?
Mother Quan saw it, though her eyes aren't too good. Most of us didn't bother to give it a look since hardly anyone in the town can read anyway.
I think the writ was a forgery.
What? You mean it wasn't real? That means Mother Quan should still own the tea house. Problem is, Dutong's already shown everyone the writ and now he's got it locked away. If you're right, he'd never bring it out again. There's no way to prove he cheated Mother Quan.
Maybe I can make Dutong confess.
That might work. It would probably help if you get him drunk first. That's something I can help you with. Dutong's always having me send over wine. Usually I mix it with water so he doesn't get too drunk too fast, but I could start sending it to him unmixed.
Get him drunk and I'll get a confession out of him.
It won't be quite that easy. I've watched Dutong for quite a while, and when he's drinking, he usually goes through 3 stages of drunkenness. Dutong gets very friendly when he starts to drink. You might get a confession out of him then, but I doubt it. He's not really all that drunk at that stage. Usually after about 7 bowls, he slips into depression and sorrow. He complains about how his life is worthless and what a bad and sinful man he is. Not a pretty sight. By the 9th glass, he starts to get paranoid. You can't really talk to him then. Usually around that time, I try to slip a restorative potion into his glass to sober him up.
You can make him sober again?
The restorative tastes pretty foul, but it does the job. Works instantly and makes a man sober as an imperial judge. Dutong's guard keeps a vial handy at all times, just in case. The guard gave me a few vials so I could slip them into Dutong's wine when he starts to get paranoid. Keeps him from getting out of hand.
Let's send Dutong some drinks.
No problem. We have 2 sorts of wine here. Peasant's wine and imperial seasoned spirits. The peasant's wine is pretty weak, but that's usually what Dutong drinks. The imperial seasoned spirits are a lot stronger. 1 bowl of that is worth 3 bowls of peasant's wine. And if Dutong gets too drunk, I have the restorative to sober him up.
Can you do math, people? I know I can. Seasoned spirits.
1 drink for Master Dutong coming up. And
Another bowl of seasoned spirits.
1 drink for Master Dutong.
Give Master Dutong some peasant's wine.
1 drink for Master Dutong coming up. Anything else I can do for you?
I'll be back in a bit.
Good, good. Go speak to Dutong. If he's not drunk enough, or if he's too drunk, come back and see me and I'll mix him up another drink. We'll get him to admit he's a cheat and a sneak. Then old Mother Quan will be back in charge, and I won't ever have to give out another bit of bad advice.
What do you want? You come to mock me? Come to laugh at the tragedy that is the life of 3 Sheets Dutong?
Let's talk about that writ you showed Mother Quan.
No, not the writ. Let's not talk about that. It's my secret shame. Just the thought of that writ brings tears to my eyes. It tears at my poor, miserable soul.
Maybe you'll feel better if you tell me about it.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. Confess my sins. Then I'll feel better. Oh, I'm a despicable person. A bad, bad man. The writ, it's a fake. A forgery. I made it all up.
Buzz, what are you saying? I better sober you up.
God, oh, God. Oh, I hate that restorative potion. Oh, that stuff tastes like vomit baked in a glaze of goat hair and garnished with a sprinkling of horse dung. And now I have the strangest memory, as if oh no. Did I say anything to you, stranger? Anything about, I don't know, an imperial writ?
Yes, you told me it was a fake.
What? No, I never said any such thing.
I heard what you said, Dutong. I knew you cheated Mother Quan out of this place, and now we have proof. You can't get out of this now.
Ah, I see what you're after. Oh yes, 3 Sheets Dutong was not born yesterday, or the day before that. Indeed, we are speaking the language of commerce. I will give you a great deal of silver to keep this little secret from getting out. Lots of silver for both of you, if you keep quiet about this.
I don't know, Dutong. I could really use the silver, but Mother Quan is such a nice old lady, I'm just not sure what to do.
Give us the silver, Dutong, and we won't say anything.
Yeah, okay. I guess that's a smart thing to do. Give us the silver and we'll keep quiet.
Here you go. Yes, yes, take it. And now, I consider this matter done with. Now please go away. I have a pounding headache.
I can't believe you would do that. Sometimes I wonder if you and I were trained by the same master at all.
profit. Alright, that'll do it for this episode. This has been your Funky Honky with Let's Play Jade Empire Special Edition. Stay tuned for episode 22 when we will explore upstairs, and I hope you will see me then.